Hello. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Jim. Yeah. Mr. Devo, you're welcome. Yeah. I think he just came. I was trying to set up my my details, my login detail while he chatted me. Let me just tell him I'm up now. Yeah. Okay. We are 5 minutes behind schedule. Sorry, I lost. Sorry, I lost. I lost my connection. Yeah, but I'm trying to admit the ones that are waiting. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. All. Yeah, Mr. Timothy, can you hear me? Master President, can you hear me? Okay, okay, you're on board now. Sorry, I lost my connection at some point. But you can hear me now very well, right? Okay. I think we are running. Yes, we are running behind schedule. So, if you can join, that'll be fine. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very well. I also want to introduce myself and um, also apologize for the little glitch that we had while trying to start. My name is Edward Ubiozo, so I'm the project coordinator of Green Planet Conservation Initiative. So it's actually a non-governmental organization that is dedicated to promoting environmental conservation and sustainable practices. So we are actually doing that through. Sorry, I'm actually trying to admit more and more people. So you might, my voice might be shaky somehow. So we promote environmental conservation and sustainable practices through our green initiative that is called the Green Project, and is focused on forestry agroforestry, on reforestation, and climate education. And we do that in schools and community. I hope you can all hear me, right? So basically, you might be wondering what's the connection between what I'm saying and between what we are doing and the blockchain training today. There's a whole lot. But we'll get to do that. One of the challenges we'll be having today is time, because we have so much to handle with limited time. So we're trying to see how we can quickly rush whatever we are going to do today. So, uh, Mr. Adebayo, I hope you're up, right? Okay. How about Mr. Udo? So, So I can't hear you. Okay. Okay. So basically, I'm going to be talking on. Let me try and bring up my slide. I'm going to be talking on introduction to blockchain and its application in accounting. So, but sorry, sorry. The problem we are having now is that this meet. I actually wanted to do it on the Zoom. On the Zoom platform, we have what's it called? We have some. We already have some allocations on the Zoom platform. But this very one, the one we're using, the Google Meet we're using is for 1 hour, and the one for the free one doesn't accommodate recording. I've tried severally to see how I can do that, but it doesn't accommodate recording. So, but we'll see what we can do. I don't know if anybody from. Did you get me? Okay. Hmm. So what I'm trying to say is that I am having difficulties trying to uh, record it because this is a free version. So, and the one that is free, you can hardly record. Let's see. Okay. So, what I'm doing, what I'll be taking you guys on is an introduction to blockchain and its application in accounting. Uh, I think just give me small time. I'm trying to bring up. Okay. Sorry. Or Mr. Deba, do you have your slide ready? Sorry, I'm trying to bring up my. Sorry, can you all see my screen? Hello? Can you see my screen? Not yet. Okay, okay. I think I. Okay, can you see now? Okay, you can see, right? Okay, okay. Um, so basically, what I'm talking on is on uh, on introduction to blockchain and its application to accounting. So, and I want to start by explaining what a blockchain is. So I think So, well, I think maybe I'll just use the entire window because I am having little challenge trying to. Okay, so basically, what is a blockchain? A blockchain is actually a decentralized distributed ledger technology that records transaction across many computers, so that the record cannot be altered. And how do I explain it to a layman so that the person will understand? Now, when you have like in University of Jos, let me use it for an example. When you have a notebook, let's say a notebook that everybody in the department uses, in the whole department in the University of Jos uses, you say let's say in Faculty of Management Sciences, you have the marketing department using it, you have the accounting department, and every of the students uses that. So what that means is that it means that there's a single notebook that everybody is using, and each in that notebook, anything that is written in that notebook, the whole of the school sees that. I'm trying to give a simple analogy. So in that notebook, anything that is written, the whole of the school or all the people that uses that notebook sees whatever that is reflected on that book. You understand? So and for you to erase anything on that notebook is going to be difficult because it involves a lot of it involves blocks, and each of those blocks is filled with data. So those data are linked. Once each block is filled, is linked to another block, and once the other block is filled, is linked to another block. That's how it keeps forming chains and chains of blocks with information on it. Do you understand? So and each of those information will be difficult to delete, and everybody is having access to that information. Do you understand? So a blockchain, when we are talking about blockchain, we are talking about a decentralized distributed ledger. And we all know as accountants, you know what a ledger is now, right? That's what takes record of your transactions, right? And it is also said that that's where the final, that's like the permanent record for all transactions, right? So in a simple analogy, a blockchain is just a decentralized ledger that everybody can actually have access to and is immutable. Do you understand? When I say it's immutable, it means that you cannot alter the information on it. So how does it really works? Okay, like what I explained, you know, where the name was actually derived is from the blocks. Each of those blocks are connected together with the information on it, right? And what it ensures, it tries to ensure integrity and transparency. And this blockchain actually started, its origin is actually, in fact, it's one of the concept behind the Bitcoin that you all know. You know, when people talk about blockchain, you think it's all about crypto, but it's not. There's a whole lot to blockchain than crypto. So one of the things that blockchain does is that it ensures transparency, integrity, and security also. So, so what are the key features of this blockchain? So, one of the key features of this blockchain is the decentralization. Like I said earlier, I told you that it's not something that is controlled by one person. It's not something that is controlled by one person. So you have different persons making input into that flow. Do you understand? So that's one of the benefit of blockchain. One of the features of blockchain. Then it's also immutable. It's not something that you cannot alter immediately. You cannot alter. It is not. it's not possible to alter, because if you have to alter it, you have to go back, because it has chains of blocks. You have to keep altering each of those chains. Do you understand? So it also provides transparency. So it means that everybody can, like when I was talking about a notebook being used by every department in the school, it means that everybody can have access to that notebook, whatever that is written in it. You understand? It also provides security. It has a strong security feature. It also makes use of smart contracts. That's a self-executing logic code, just like placing, when you're making invoice, your payment invoice, you automate it. Once goods are received, it pays the supplier. So that's what it means by self executing. So it has a whole lot of features. Oh, so what is the benefit to the accounting profession? One is that it enhance transparency. Like I've mentioned that earlier, then real-time auditing can actually take place. One of the things, the key things that happened during the COVID-19 era was that people could not, a lot of accountants could not go to the office because of uh, because of the COVID-19 then. So people needed to work remotely. But then there was no technology to assist them. It was even after then that we started having the introduction of some of these new technologies like the blockchain, the cyber security, the data analytic started coming into accounting. So that's one of the things that it does. In auditing, real-time auditing, you can be in your location and you watch transactions happen live. Then it also prevents fraud reduction. And when it is that transparent, it's difficult to commit fraud, right? So that's one of the things that it benefits the accountant. So what is actually the difference between the normal traditional accounting and the blockchain? So now for the ledger, in your normal accounting ledger is done centrally, but in blockchain, it is a distributed ledger across different nodes. Then another thing again is in audit and verification. During your audit, the traditional system allows for a third party, that's an auditor, to come in and verify transaction. But in the blockchain, the network verifies the transaction through a consensus. So for another thing again is for reconciliation and speed. The traditional accounting system allows for manual and periodic checks, but the blockchain is actually automated. So that's one of the benefits to the accounting profession. That's the difference between the traditional and the blockchain. Then what's the real world application of this blockchain to accounting? So we have in audit and assurance. It's actually being used there. It's also used in regulatory compliance. It's also used in tracking of payment and assets. I think I'm running behind schedule, so I'll run very fast. So now, real world example of this blockchain, people that have started implementing of this blockchain, you have the Price Water, the big four. But inside this big four, I think we'll just have three that have actually started implementing it. We have the Price Water Coopers, we have the Ernst and Young, we have the Deloitte. They're actually using this blockchain in their accounting firms now. Then we also have the IBM. They produce computers and all that. Then you have the Walmart. Then you have the Celo Foundation. These are people that are actually making real use of this blockchain in real life in treating their transactions. So, what are the challenges and the key consideration? Now, one of the concern is that regulatory regulation and integration. Most times, most countries or government find it difficult to regulate this blockchain because of the evolving nature. It's actually a new technology that has started. So they've not really understood how it works. So ability to integrate it into their system is actually a problem for now. So another challenge is privacy and training. Because it's actually public, everybody can see it and make inputs. It also poses a danger once your data are actually exposed. Then adapting to change also. This requires, people adapting to this blockchain uh, uh, is actually the level of adoption is actually very low because of the perception, the way people see it. So generally, how will it transform the accountant's role in data entry? No, it will generally contribute it will contribute greatly to the accountant in terms of when this blockchain is actually fully implemented, the accountant will do more of planning and strategic advising because the work is actually reduced. You don't do a lot of paperwork anymore, and it will fit into areas like finance, ESG, and ESG reporting and digital asset management. These are the places where an accountant can actually fit in. We'll have a lot to talk, but because of time, I will try to see how we can manage our time. There are so many things. Most of you are just coming into you're still in school, and after school now you now face you now come into the real world. What solution are you coming to solve? As you're in school now, this is where the right place for you to develop yourself, develop a skill. Now, like from what I've just explained now, there are new areas in accounting now that are emerging. Accounting will not just be done in just the traditional way it used to be done. There are new areas that are coming up. Like I mentioned, the blockchain, I mentioned the data analytics, I mentioned the cyber security. These are areas that are integrating into accounting. And the earlier we begin to fit into those areas, the better for accounting. Because once you begin to develop interest in those areas, you begin to provide solution to like some of those accounting questions. We will not have to go extra mile to start looking for people that are not accountants to come and provide solution to this. So these are reasons why we are presenting this while you're still in school. I know some of you must have heard about blockchain and all that, but really the general assumption is that most people see it as when you talk about blockchain, they think it's all about crypto, but it's not. There are other areas. There are other areas that you can use blockchain. It's not crypto. It's not all about crypto. Hello, can you all hear me? I just want to be sure that I'm not repeating myself. Okay. So what we are doing is that there are a whole lot of opportunities out there that you people can actually tap into while in school. In school, you must not necessarily wait for your parents to give you money every time. There are a whole lot of areas. This blockchain is actually opening up, opening up a lot of things. You can now bring solution through blockchain into so many things like providing tokenizing real world assets. There are so many things you can like. Why I'm actually in environmental conservation, but we're actually using blockchain. We are doing tree planting, but we are using blockchain in the tree planting. And you might want to ask, how is it possible? Yes, we use blockchain to track the trees that we plant. Now with the blockchain that we are using, someone in America can actually want to verify, are you really doing that work? And he will log into the app that we are using. You will see that there's a record of all the trees that was planted. You see the status, the locations, and all that. So that is how blockchain is. You can use it in every area. It must not necessarily be for those that are in the IT area. So you can actually use it to solve real world problems. So the reason why we are bringing this to you guys now is that as you're in school now, you can begin to develop your mind towards certain areas. There are some areas that you might have interest in to go into. And now this time around is not the time that you said, okay, it's finance that is a problem. There are a whole lot of organizations that are willing to sponsor you once you have good ideas that you can transform to that you can transform innovative ideas that can use to solve real world problem. There are a whole lot of them. I think I've taken so much time to dwell on this, and we are supposed to have the next speaker, but I can't see him on the chat. But what I will do is that let me still find out. So that I don't take most of his time. He's supposed to be the one taking this. He's actually supposed to present Web 3, talk on Web 3, but uh, so okay. So basically, so what we are doing is that we want to, well, Sorry, I think he just sent me a message. It's been sorry, sorry, sorry. Let me just admit there are some people that have been waiting. I think. Okay. Oh, yes, yes. No, there's Mr. Dabayo here is here to, is supposed to be the third speaker, but the way we arranged it, you have to is in sequence. The other one is supposed to talk, then he will pick up from there. But let me see. I think he's on the waiting list. Let me see. Um, okay, okay, okay. Um, okay. What will happen? I don't know if he's up now, but um, in fact, the way we package the program, we have so much to talk, but it's just that there are because of the guests I have here, they're actually people with wealth of experience, and the people that are doing well in their own sphere of life. They are doing extremely well. So that's why I even brought them, so that they can talk to you and you hear them directly. You hear them directly, and you can also ask questions. But it's like initially I had problem of network, and when uh, I had problem of network. So and so he has been he's been trying to join and. I'm not able to join, so I don't know if he left. So, but basically, what happened is that we are supposed to, it's supposed to be in sequence. Um, Once I'm done with introduction, it's supposed to take you guys on Web3. So, but if he is not here, I will request that Mr. Adebayo come on board while I try to get him back because of time. Because we are supposed to this is supposed to be a 1 hour 1 hour meeting. So, Mr. Adebayo, can you come up while I try to get Sue to come back? Mr. Adebayo, okay. Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you very well. Okay. So sorry. Okay. So basically, what we intend to achieve is that we want to give you guys a creative mindset. You understand? While you're in school, you can still be solving problem, making money, and still achieve whatever you want to achieve. You must not, while in school, you must not keep depending on your parents to keep giving you money and all that. There are a whole lot of things that you can actually address out there. And with the thing now, the world is becoming a global village. You can learn anything from the comfort of your home. You must not necessarily travel to learn any of those things. There are a whole lot of opportunities out there. And one of the things I also want to present in this program is that there's there's an organization that actually try to groom young ones that have innovative ideas. In fact, there's an academy where they teach people come to learn. They learn different things about Web3, how you can build, how you can solve real world solution. And at the end of the day, people even get rewarded. So, sorry, Adebayo, are you ready? so that I don't I don't take much of your time. Okay, yes, I can hear you. Okay, okay, Yeah, thank you so much. I he has spoken so well. I think because of time, I want to delve into I want to delve into question and answers. I know some of you have questions. But what happened is that generally the way this program was actually organized was that after I bring up the introduction to the blockchain and areas where it can be applied in accounting, the next person takes number three, which is a very critical, is a very important area when it comes to blockchain. So, but since he's not around, not a problem. And we're actually looking at time. We don't want to keep people longer than necessary. We might want to maybe organize subsequent events for those of you that might be interested. Might want to organize subsequent events where we can lead you, where we can guide you rather, guide you appropriately to areas where you want to venture in. So, but for now, those that are having questions who might want to indicate, um, you might want to, if there are questions that you have right now. Okay, Mr. Timothy, an answer present. Yes, you can. We're actually in the Q&A section. So if some of them are actually having a question, uh, they can ask. So, but if not, we can continue. There are other areas we also want to talk about. Okay. I think Kole, yes. Yeah, I can hear you, Kole. Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay, that's a very intelligent question. Yeah, it's the blockchain. Like I said, first of all, you have to understand the concept behind the blockchain. Do you understand? It's actually developed uh, to give transparency, to secure, to make sure that you have maximum security and accuracy. So now, when you're talking about how do you implement this to real world transactions or real world activities, now that is where the developers come in. You understand? You have an idea of what you want to do. Do you understand? You have an idea of what you want to do. There are people that do coding and all that. There are a lot. I'm not trying to discourage you because even as an accounting student, you can still venture into that. You can still do some little coding. Do you understand? So there are an aspect of it. That's where the developers come in. They will guide you know the next they will guide you, design the flow for you. They will design the your initiative. Now they'll put it on board, design the flow, the way it will go. Do you understand? Like for me, when I was trying to explain our conservation effort, and I said we use blockchain. Yes, we use blockchain. The way it happens is that there's an app we use, but that app that we use is actually built into the blockchain. using geotagging. There's something we call tagging. It picks locations. Do you understand? It picks location. So that was actually incorporated into the app that we are using for the tree planting. So and it now, so what I'm trying to say in essence is that the blockchain is actually, it serves as a platform to you to build, for you to build anything you want to build. Do you understand? I don't know if I've been able to explain that for you. It actually provides a platform to you to build whatever you want to build because of its level of transparency, accuracy, and all that. Are you with me? Hello? It's like connection is bad again. Yeah. So, sorry, I lost my network at some point. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Very well. The truth about it is that the involves a lot of cost, but the good thing is that there are a whole lot of organizations now that are willing to support. The support once they see that what you're doing is good, what you're doing is nice, they can actually come in and support. Do you understand? So the thing about it is that now cost shouldn't be a problem at the initial time. Just have a good idea. Just have a good idea that can solve real world problem. There are people that can come in to assist. Do you understand? The problem we're having is that we have low level of awareness when it comes to this blockchain. A lot of people don't even know that you can use it in different areas. They don't even know that you can use it in different aspects of life. But that is one of the reasons why we are, creating this awareness so that you get to understand there's no aspect of life you can use blockchain now. Do you understand? So the cost is there, but that shouldn't be a thing to scare you away. Do you understand? I don't know, Mr. Dubai, do you have something to add? Hello? Any other question? Okay. 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 Number 24. Yeah, I can hear you. What I want? I didn't get your question, please. Okay. Yeah. Very, very good. That's very good. Every good thing in life also has its own. There might be every good thing in life also have its own advantages and all that. So one of the things that the challenges that we have, I think I mentioned it, is it has to do with regulation. Regulation, because it's an evolving area. Uh, is an evolving area. So there's no proper regulation when it comes to blockchain. So the regulating authorities might have challenges trying to regulate things that has to do with blockchain. So that's one. Then another thing again is another thing again is that you know blockchain has is a decentralized platform where everybody makes inputs. So that privacy is not there. Because it's a decentralized platform where they expect everybody sees the transaction, sees whatever that is going on, which actually ensures that there's a transparency. But it's also, if you look at it at the other side, it could also be a disadvantage because there are some information that might get out there. Do you understand? To the public. So these are some of the challenges. Then the cost that he mentioned earlier, but I don't want to see that as a challenge. I don't want to see that as a major challenge. I don't know if I've been able to answer your call, answer your sorry question. Number is like you even left the meeting. Hello, can you hear me? Okay, maybe if there are no more questions, maybe I'll quickly talk about Stelo. Um, there's a there's an organization just like when he was talking about different networks. He mentioned Celo. Celo is actually one of those network that is actually doing great things out there. When I was talking about um, getting funding for your projects or whatever thing you want to do, Celo is one of the organizations that can actually do that for you because they actually spearheading or championing public goods. When we are talking about public goods, we are talking about people that are building things. When we talk about public goods in economics, it means goods that are non-exclusive, goods are not non-rival, non, they are not rivalry in consumption. You understand? So that's one of the things that Celo is actually doing. They actually component anything public goods. You are developing something that will benefit uh, benefit the masses. You see that Celo can actually even help you to build whatever you're building. They also have an academy where people come to get trained. Do you understand? So that is one of the things that they are doing. That is helping people out there to um, achieve their goals. Like we've actually benefited from them too, because what we are doing. Like I told you earlier, what we are doing is that we are trying to champion environmental contribution. So one of the things that they are doing, since they saw that we, just like the other speaker mentioned, they noticed that we align with what with their mission. And so they decided also that whatever we are doing, they will they will support. You understand? They provide grants. That's what I'm trying to say in essence. They provide grants. In fact, one of the things I wanted to talk to the NASA president about was about the opportunities that are available when it comes to um, public goods, when it comes to building. Because I noticed by the time I presented this proposal to the NASA president, there was something that was running at that point in time. But we couldn't, because of your exams, we couldn't, we couldn't do much because that was a period, it was around the examination period. So we couldn't do much at that point in time. So what am I trying to say in essence? They've actually sponsored many projects. Do you understand? They sponsored many projects. They've helped people develop their dream. So I'm even trying to bring up because I was supposed to talk briefly on what we're doing, but the issues that we had, because of the issues, network issues I had, I couldn't speak much on that. But let me see what I can do. So what I'm trying to say in essence, they have a foundation. And they also have Cellular Academy where they accommodate young people that's building, young people that are actually developing, that wants to develop or better the environment. They have where they have an academy where those people get training. They get training and they get to support them build whatever they are building. So at the end of the day, you funding is not a problem in that aspect because if you're developing something that will solve real world solution and there's somebody that wants to help you achieve that, I don't think that will be a problem for you, right? I hope you can all hear me because it's like I'm speaking to my okay. So I actually developed a slide I wanted to take people through on what they are doing, but I know time is we're actually running out of time, so we might not talk much on this. But this is Celo. This is how this is their logo. This is what they do, and it's a network on its own that is built on layer two. It's built on layer two, just like the Ethereum network. You know, when some of these things might actually sound strange for you, to you, some of you that are new into this space. Now, there are something we call layers. Like Ethereum is actually a network that provides services. They provide services where people get to transact using their network. Do you understand? So it's not about when people talk about crypto, it looks as if it's all about the token, but it's not. There are some other values that they provide in the chain. They provide it within the ecosystem. Like when you want to do transaction, they help you to execute so many transactions. So, but one thing with the Ethereum network is that it's actually very expensive when their gas fee is actually usually very high. So because of that, they provided something we call a layer two network that will still be on Ethereum, but not that expensive. So Celo recently moved to that layer two, where they are under Ethereum network, which means you can actually do some transaction using this network. Like if you're building anything you're building, at the end of this building, you have to deploy it on a network. You understand? Whatever you're building, at the end of whatever you're building, anything that will provide solution. At the end of the day, you have to deploy it in network. So that network that you deploy it on depends how you talk about you think about how efficient that network is in terms of the cost, in terms of there are so many things the scalability. there are so many things you put into consideration before adopting a network. Like the other speaker told you that he has done some things under ecosystem. So meaning that whatever thing that you're doing, at the end of whatever thing that you're building, you deploy it in a network. Do you understand? That's how the blockchain works. So actually, I wanted to take you people on how this same, because they also, how many of you know what a wallet is? Because that's where the other speaker would have come in. We wanted to talk about Web3, and Web3 also involves the use of wallets. I know a lot of you do a lot of farming. When I talk about farming, I'm talking about all these uh, trying airdrops and all that. I know a lot of people do that, but most of those things that you do, even when you farm them, you still need a wallet to get those tokens that you've actually farmed. Do you understand? So that's how the Web3 ecosystem works. But funny enough, we didn't discuss that now because of the speaker wasn't around. So, but maybe for those that will be interested, you might want to maybe organize a little program for you, or whatever question you have, you can send it through your NASA president. We'll get back to you. I don't know if I've been able to clear some issues. Mr. Timothy, NASA president. Okay. So, sorry, the program didn't flow the way we wanted it to go. But nevertheless, I think we've been able to impact one or two knowledge. So whatever be the case, if some people are willing and interested to continue what we've just discussed about, they can reach you. If there are any information that they want from us, we can actually get them. I think Mr. Debayo also has also made that. He has also made he has also made it possible that I can reach him also. So maybe I'll just if in the, yes, in the absence of any other question, we might want to bring it to a close because I think we've exceeded the time because of the network issues we had. Okay. Sorry, sorry, sorry. The other speaker just joined. I just saw him now, so I don't know if he's just going to say one or two things before we left, before we leave. Sorry. Okay, okay. So I just saw you come up. Yeah, so sorry. So well, we're almost at the end of the discussion, but that will come from the NWASA president. If there's any other thing, we might arrange further. But the actually your space was actually not handled. So if there's any other thing from the NWASA president, we will get back to you. But and your space is actually very important. What you needed to talk is actually very important. But we'll just bring the meeting to a close.